So tell
Mm.
me about your experience during the year of return, and you know, what was it like as far as, I know the atmosphere had to be amazing, but like being in Ghana during such a momentous time, what was the energy like?
Oh, the energy, it was dope. You know, I mean, when I go to Africa, I always get welcomed, I always get love. But Ghana kind of rolled out the red carpet, you know, for African Americans. That's what I felt like. Like everybody, welcome home. It's a celebration versus just me, you know, in the group that I was with. So it was just so many events and different things going on. And then, you know, I was keeping up with it on the news. And then to see, you know, different celebrities coming and having a great time as well and having a safe time, you know, that just made it more, you know, an exciting experience for me. You know, we went to naming ceremonies, we went to the Kamasi Carnival was going on. You know, it was just a lot of different things going on at that time.
Yeah, I did follow a lot of the stuff that was happening, and I was so happy to see our people just really like, for many people it was their first time in Ghana, and to see the smiling faces and to see people, like, it changed a lot of people. It changed a lot of people's life perspective, even their how they see themselves. Now,
Right.
you are also a musician. Um, what Tell us about your music.
Oh, okay. The music that I produce and write and is more so conscious basis about positive things that affect Black people. The last video I released is called "Do Revolutionaries Go to Heaven?" and I filmed it in South Africa. I wrote it and I also recorded it in South Africa. And this was during the lockdown. So I actually lived in South Africa for 2020. And it was a great experience despite, you know, everything that was going on in the world at that time. You know, so I was living in Johannesburg, and I lived in a neighborhood called Maboneng. It's an art district, and it's a very unique place. I never seen a place like this because so many artists live in Maboneng. You have painters, you have poets, you have singers, you have dancers, producers, writers, rappers, all photographers, all living on one street in my apartment, upstairs, downstairs, and they come outside and they perform every day, you know. So it was just a beautiful place, and there's artwork all around, and there's pictures of Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela, Rosa Parks, Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, all of these great people. So I would
Oh,
walk
wow.
past, you know, these murals every day, and it just kept me inspired. It lifted my spirits, and I really wanted to write about it. But at that time, you know, it was like a lockdown, you know, so a lot of people, the area was kind of dead, but it was still a few photographers around. And I, you know, got cool with them, and then I talked to him, and I was like, maybe we should shoot a video, and I got a chance to do the song. So a lot of my music is conscious based. The song I did before that was called "The Blacker the Berry, the Sweeter the Juice." You know, to talk about being Black, being proud, to have dark skin, you know, and for all Black people, if you light skin,
Right.
brown skin, mixed, whatever, you know, just be proud of your Blackness and your beauty, natural beauty.
Oh man, I can really appreciate that. And I can imagine for an artist living in an art district in Africa had to be one of the most inspiring things that could happen to you, for like, from just from the perspective of, with all of the stuff going on in the world, I can just imagine that was really dope for you. Any advice that you can give our people? There's still a lot of us who are afraid of traveling to Africa. They feel like going to Africa is like a once in a lifetime type of event.
Hmm.
You've been numerous times. I've been numerous times. What can you say to people to, what do you want to say to people to encourage them to make the trip, to make the sacrifices that they may need to make that trip, and you know, visit the continent?
I would say the number one thing is just do your research. If you plan on traveling to Africa, you have advantage now because it's, like I said, it's more content, it's more YouTubers. You know, reach out to them. You can ask some questions. Take advantage of social media. If you plan on going somewhere, you can follow pages or add people, and kind of build relationships beforehand. But the thing that I would say is that, like the United Nations, they post each year, they rank the countries from the most peaceful to the most dangerous. So a lot of us, we have a fear that Africa is a very dangerous place, but
Right.
Africa has almost 60 countries. So it's dozens of African countries that are far safer than the United States. They're far safer than London. They're far safer than the Dominican Republic or Mexico, or places that we normally would tend to visit. So, and you will see places like Ghana, it's 2, 3 times safer. And when I say safer and more peaceful, I mean lower crime rate, lower gun violence, less murder, less mass shootings, less violent crimes, and definitely less racism. And that's just one source that you can use if fear is a factor. Secondly, you could research the United States Department of State and Travel. Anytime an American is killed, they have to, you know, keep a record of it. So if you go into a specific country and you're worried about how safe it is for Americans, you can see how many Americans die. For example, in Ghana, I think almost 1 million people visited Ghana for the year of return from all over the world, but only one American died, and they died in an accident. It was like a car
Yep.
accident, But out of
Mhm.
1 million people, everybody visited safely, went back home. But how many people visited Detroit or Cleveland or St. Louis or New Orleans and can say that? So
Exactly. Exactly. So at the end of the day, I think you and I have come to the same conclusion. It's safer to visit Africa than it is to visit your neighboring state.
yeah, or even the city you live in, Cleveland, it go down every night. So
Every night.
sadly,
I'm in Atlanta and it every day is going down. So, you know, if you can survive these American streets, I feel like Africa isn't anywhere in Africa would more than likely be easier to navigate because we kind of already have a bit of some of us have a bit of street smart, so we can kind of
definitely,
figure out. Like I'm sure while you were in South Africa, you can kind of feel maybe I need to stay from over there, um,
yeah,
or maybe I don't need to go over there at a certain time of night or whatever the case may be. I think we have many of us, especially from cities, have a little edge of street smarts, and we should use that.
definitely.
For more on this video, please click the link in the description below. Thank you.